So kicking off is Jackson Hops, 7-point lead for Co. Under it, just at about the 12-yard line with some room. Good job to corral him. That was Carter Bussemus, special teams, making that tackle. So Co will take over at the 29-yard line. We'll see if Co remains aggressive offensively and tries to take advantage of those sidelines, or if they try to settle in and maybe chew some clock.
You have to think that Co, realizing that the momentum might be slipping away from them, will go to the air as they do now.
Moss picked off by Parker Rochford. House call for Parker Rochford. Touchdown, Knights. Well, we've seen that before.
We've seen that plenty.
Boy, that was very similar to what Co did against Clausen and McLaughlin down near that red zone. Rochford just waited and picked it off.
Rochford,
man,
adds to his lead. 5 interceptions now in the season. And that football excellence definitely showing.
Yeah, he's been a beast. Continues to show it, as you said. Now the extra point to tie this game. That one's up and through. Well, look at that. Snapping the fingers, and all of a sudden we're tied at 14.
Speaking, it will be delivered to you, Henry.
Yeah, I guess so. First bank replay. Rochford untouched after the pick 6. Teammates celebrating, and that's one way to get a jolt into this team for sure.
Uncharacteristic of Moss, just his 3rd interception on the season.
Yeah, he's been one of the better quarterbacks in the nation, actually, just in general. He's been a pretty clean passer. He is tied for 12th in Division III with 12 touchdowns, and last week he was 17 for 28, 288 yards, 4 touchdowns, and no picks. So, yeah, rare mistake, just his 3rd pick, as you said.
And that was all before he got pulled for his backup in that second half.
It's a productive offense, but Wartburg was met with resistance and has found a way to respond. We'll see how the defense responds after the offense picks them up. Back to receive. A little bit of a bobble, but cleanly handled and tackled. There's a couple Knights in there. Caleb Lamphere, as well as Thane Alexander in there. So back out goes the Wartburg defense. They get the score. Both teams have a score on defense. Some pick 6 action. Yeah, this crowd just got a little bit more energy now. Packed house, great weather too. Couple wide receivers to the left. Mosk will hand it off that time. Met right away though, and brought down by Nate Link. That was Jacob Brecht on the carry, just a couple yards. Second down and 8 for Co. Zamari Bruce on the right, couple to the left, pressure coming. Mosk looking for Bruce. He goes up and hauls it in. What a reception.
And those deep balls have been extremely successful for Co. Where they've gotten most of their yardage, they haven't really had those sustained drives. They've had those big, deep shots down the field, and they've capitalized.
That was Drew Weifels on the tackle and coverage. Another carry from Jacob Brecht. about 4 or 5 yard gain on that play. Yeah, honestly, that coverage isn't terrible from Drew Weifels. It's just Bruce able to elevate and get his hands around the ball. 2nd down and 5, 5:40 to go in the first half. Mosk in the shotgun. He steps back, looking right. He'll check down to the running back, Jacob Brecht. Not quite enough for the first down, but just a couple to go.
Yeah, like you said, Henry, not quite enough there. But, you know, they've done a great job of trying to get those check downs. That's something that they've had struggles with. Once again, those deep balls of where they've had all their success. However, those short passes, they've had a little bit of trouble with.
So a 3rd down and 2, 5 minutes to go in the first half. Carter Mosk in trouble. Pressure brought down. Christian Nunley with the sack. Big loss there for Coe. They're going to bring out the punt unit. Boy, Nunley is fired up. You love to see that.
Well, and that's really all you can ask for. Nunley not normally in on that starting lineup. But he comes up with a big sack, puts them right at the 50-yard.
Back to receive is Drake George. That is not Brock Califf. And punting away, that's Luke Bradley. That one rolls into the end zone for a touchback. Well, the Knights defense, they had the pick 6, and they finally get a 3 and out there from Coe. And now they try to add to their point total that they're able to tie it up, and now they can try to pull away here before the end of the half.
Yeah, and they got that second run that you talked about earlier when they first got the ball at the beginning of this quarter, in the middle of this quarter, excuse me.
Clock is probably their friend here. If they can manage to move up the field slowly, they'd get the ball again at the start of the 3rd quarter. McLaughlin in there, and in the backfield is, I believe, 28, Bryson White. That is indeed Bryson White, tripped up, couple yard gain.
Interesting, we haven't seen a lot of Clausen lately.
Yeah, he's, again, banged up running back room. There is, Joey Anderson and a couple others that have been injured. I talked to Coach Winter. He said they want to just manage his workload a little bit and make sure he's ready for games like this, especially when the weather is just unusually warm, like today. You just never know. As McLaughlin's met with some pressure, but he'll dump it out to the left to Bryson White, who will fall forward for about 4-yard gain.
A lot of good coverage there by that Cohawks defense. Check down to White was probably the only option.
Yeah, McLaughlin had to run around quite a bit to start that play. That brings up a 3rd down and 5. And Hunter Clausen is still not in this game. McLaughlin looking middle, almost picked off again. Hands on it. That time was Sam Shaw. Tried to get it over his hands. And the offense will come off the field. Probably not what you wanted. Wanted to maybe get past midfield at least, but Coe makes another stand.
Again, these defenses are exactly what we expected them to be coming into this game. Both strong, both with scores, both with only 7 points given up. Very, very similar to each other.
Exactly. It's been a great matchup so far. Both teams just showing their strengths on defense. Fair catch called. That was 16 Giron centers. So 2:45 remaining. And Coe will get the ball with a chance to take the lead before heading into halftime. which is something that they had last week against Nebraska Wesleyan. Wartburg as well against Simpson. Two teams coming off some big victories. Different story today. And it's been a good one. Carter Mosk back in there to lead the charge. Three wide receivers set. He'll step back, look middle, look right. There's Zamari Bruce again, showing off the athleticism. Rises up, first down, Co.
Yeah, no more limping after coming off. That knee looking just fine.
As Dylan Steen on the tackle. First down and 10, 2:25 to go. Another play action. Oh boy, that was completed. And rising up after the tackle was made by Parker Rochford, completed to number 15, Dominic Shepardson. I don't know if you saw this, Caleb, but there was a defender flying in for Wartburg that fell down.
Looked like I couldn't tell if he was flying in or if he got maybe a little push.
He was kind of reading the play, though.
It's Grant Larson.
Deep ball right side. That's out of bounds. Anytime Samari Bruce is in the picture, you better watch out.
Oh, and you can see that size difference between Bruce and the Wartburg defensive backs. I mean, just looking at them, Bruce has got a little bit of height on him.
Yeah, Bruce reads at 6'3", 200 pounds. And some of the defensive backs for Wartburg, Dylan Steen, Drew Weifels, 6 foot, 5'9". So, yeah, a little bit of an advantage, as you pointed out.
It looks like Mosk has seen that and tried to capitalize anytime that he can.
Third down and 2. They will move the chains that time on the carry. Ray Seidel with now under 2 minutes to go. A fresh set of downs. Nearing the red zone are the Cohawks. It's working out pretty well for Co right now in terms of clock management.
Yeah, that stop against Wartburg when they had 4.5 minutes on that clock. Huge for this Cohawks defense.
Wartburg does have 3 timeouts, by the way. Mosk will hand it off to Seidel again. Met initially there. That was, I believe, that was number 35 that initially made the hit for the Knights. Or 37, excuse me, Preston Rochford. Second down and 5, 1:08 to go. Clock's ticking. Wartburg not electing to use timeouts. Co has 2. Mosk drops back, pressure coming. He finds Bruce over the middle, falling down at about the 1 yard line. Boy, he just keeps fitting it in those windows.
And after that tough first quarter where he only completed just 3 passes, he's really come to life in the second quarter.
He sure has. He's had a great half so far. Now Co is just a couple feet away from scoring. They'll give it to Seidel through the middle, met by a defender and in for the touchdown. Initially on that hit, by the way, that was Dylan Steen, but Seidel pushed right through.
The officials did blow the whistle.
Yeah, not sure. I didn't see a flag. We'll see. So that is an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. That's Dominic Shepardson. I believe that's enforced on the kickoff, so we'll have to see. But an extra point awaiting for Garcia Ayala. And the kick is up and good. Well, Co now leads by 7. Got a first bank replay. The touchdown again. Dylan Steen in there with initial contact, but Seidel right through him, falls into the end zone. gives Coe the lead.
Could almost see a little bit in that replay what Shepherdson did. Looked like he did an incomplete, like what a defense would do, and then he hit him with the too small.
Yep. He definitely shows some emotion there, and understandable. This is a game that, a lot of people expect Wartburg to somehow win, but Coe is no slouch at all. They're a good football team,
and they're really showing it.
And it's interesting you bring up that penalty because Coe is going to be kicking off from the 20-yard line, and Wartburg has 3 timeouts. So, chance here to get some points if you're the Knights. Yeah, that could be costly if they end up finding the end zone somehow or something like that, because they do get the ball at the end of the half.